So just kind of like a general update for folks that don't know or I haven't shared any information with specifically. Here in the past couple of months, I've moved. So I live in a new spot now and I've got a garage. The problem is it's a damn mess, and this is just a corner, of course, back here. All my crap that I had at the other house, all my, tackle related stuff or whatnot, it's all kind of in this conglomeration of boxes. We got a pegboard here I got to pull down and replace with some stuff. But in the meantime, I got some things. I got a new combo, but it came in 2 different boxes because it didn't come pre-packaged as its own combo. So I'm going to go through the boxes. I got this one here and then a really long tube with the rod in it. So I'm going to show you all what we got, talk a little bit about why we got it. So let's get up in these boxes, figure out what we got going on, and talk about what the whole plan is moving forward. So here's what we did. We done went ahead and supported Lose again by getting some gear. I got a sticker here. I got my order receipt. First part is a reel, so let's take a look. A laser light speed spin series. Now this reel comes in a 50 size, a 75 size, and a 100 size. And you can already tell from the box that I got the 75 size. Now if they had the 100, I probably would have ordered it. This reel may not be large enough for the purpose I want to use this setup for. I may change it at some point, but we're going to at least try out the 75. And if we need to upsize it, we'll figure that out when we get there. We'll get the box open, take a little peek. Obviously nothing too crazy in here. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any paperwork, so maybe I got to reference that on the website. So yeah, for product manuals and schematics, go to lose.com. And that's where I ordered this from. This didn't come from like a retailer site. I got it straight from lose.com. These had pretty good reviews. I've never had a laser light series reel before, so this is my first venture in that line. Not a whole lot to say really, as chances are if you're familiar with the spinning reel, then there's really nothing that's surprising to look at here. It's kind of, obviously it's going to be hard to tell the specifics until we get out on the water, but I mean there's nothing wrong with it, at least from the initial look at here. Everything works, and our reverse switch works. Drag clicks. Pretty clean. It's light. It's not very heavy, but I mean it's not that big, so it should be light. But it looks pretty neat. We kind of got like this dark grayish gunmetal-y vibe going on, and then the blue accents here. So that's the reel, the Lose Laser Light Speed Spin Series. Again, the 75 size. Also comes in the 50 and 100, but we're right in the middle with the 75. And that's what she looks like. Now let's get this rod out of here. So we got a damn, 8-foot long tube. So hopefully everything came in packaged securely. I didn't hear any rattling in the box to suggest something came apart or is broke. Precision scissor work here to try to get all the tape off. All right, so as we open this, just kind of like a side note, I feel like you can tell a lot about either a store or a manufacturer based upon how securely and how well they package things like rods. I've ordered rods from places like Bass Pro Shops before where I feel like they just don't care. I had a rod that I still use. Thankfully it wasn't broken, but I had got shipped to me from Bass Pro that literally only had a little piece of bubble wrap wrapped around the middle of the rod. There was no protection either at the rod tip nor at the rod butt, and that may have just been whoever packed it that day. So I'm kind of not into ordering rods from Bass Pro anymore, but this came from Lose directly, lose.com. And it looks like at least the butt section here was taken care of. And I also see this is a zip tie. So the zip tie is secured around here at the bottom, and then they took the tag end, I guess, and they ran it up the side of the tube and taped it down in the tape itself, so that way things wouldn't move. So hey, that's pretty neat. I've never seen that before. Kudos to the Lose folks for doing that. That way the rod's not just running around in the tube here. So very happy to see that. So the rest of the rod leading up to the tip, also in bubble wrap.
Woo! Yeah.
All right. So the tube and packing was a success. So it looks like the rod was taken care of when it was put into the tube. We got foam and bubble wrap. So we got everything off as far as the packing materials, but here is what we're working with. This is a Wally Marshall speed shooter. This is the 6.5 foot medium light. This is the one piece. It's taking line weight 4 to 10 pounds, 1/16 to 1/4 ounce, and it has fast action. So, I mean, we're fresh off the factory line here. We got all the cool stuff here, all the pictures and all the little comic books that come along with. So we got like this green type of thing going on, the green with the blue. And now if you have familiarity with some of their products, you probably already know that there is a color matching as far as like a green and blue Wally Marshall signature reel. And I know that they also, in some retailers, will sell it as a combo where they have that reel on this rod. Obviously, I opted not to go with the Wally Marshall reel for no specific reason. I think I just wanted to try something a little bit different, and I couldn't find the combo itself with the 6.5 foot rod online. If y'all remember here from momentarily ago, we looked at the reel when we got it, and it already has that blue accent. And for all the folks that have been around checking out my stuff on the channel long enough, you know I'm all about how things look. So it is nice to see that the blues kind of accent each other. So I think visually it's going to look stunning. The fashion components there, you got to look right on the water. So I think we're going to be able to do that with this combo here. You know, what's neat is this rod has the microwave air guides. And I've never had a rod with those before. And I believe the way that it works is it does, well, there's a little image here, and I know y'all can't see it on the camera. But it helps kind of set the line to where as it's coming through the guides, it makes it kind of, I guess, straighten out instead of flailing around in these wide circles as the line's coming off the spool, which is designed to kind of keep things moving during the cast and ideally give you a little bit more casting distance compared to standard guides. So it's got like that whole little thing going on here. So it'll be interesting to try that out just because, again, I've never had a rod with those type of guides on it before. So I will be interested to see if we do get a little bit of increased cast distance or performance or anything along those lines. Either way, I imagine it can't hurt anything. So that's something to look forward to. So we got everything together. It's looking good. It's feeling good. At this point, really, the main key is to get some line on it and then go use it. But in case you're wondering why I even thought about putting a combo like this together, it's really because I want to get better at a couple techniques that I've been working on this year, and I just wanted to have more of a suited combo that fits these techniques a little bit better than some of the gear that I already have and use. What that means is I want to get better at a variation of, well, what's called dock shooting, basically. As you probably know, if you have any familiarity with Wally Marshall, he's a crappie specialist, so he targets crappie a lot. He's known for being a crappie fisherman, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not quality judging him. I'm saying he targets crappie. So the Speed Shooter series is designed to do what's called dock shooting. If you don't know what dock shooting is, long story short, it's basically using the rod and the action of the rod to shoot the lure underneath a dock and have it skip and go up underneath the dock in an area where you would not be able to reach using a normal cast. Now, I don't really go on places, at least not yet, that have a lot of docks, and I'm not really going to be targeting crappie too often, although I don't mind them. I'm really going to be using this setup here to use smaller presentations, so lightweight stuff, so think of your finesse stuff. But I want to use the whole tactics behind dock shooting, which is really using like a slingshot cast in order to put the lure in a position or underneath trees or anywhere that I would not be able to reach with a normal cast, similarly to where when you're dealing with a dock, you can't just cast up into a dock. The whole rationale is I think I might be losing bites when I'm out on the water, especially on the kayak, because I can get the kayak up close to certain things. I can get up underneath trees, I can get around certain structures, or even on the rare occasion I go somewhere that has any type of dock. You know, if I'm throwing big stuff or I'm throwing full size, full length gear, there's only but so many tactics and presentations I can offer. Well, if I have this with me, the idea is if I get to the point where I'm at a spot where I have limited space, I can't make a full cast, but I still want to get some lures presented up in there just because I feel like there might be a fish nearby, that's when I'm going to bring this out. I'm going to use the flexibility of the rod, kind of use the dock shooting principles of having that slingshot cast type of thing going on a smaller, piece of gear. Obviously we're not going to be looking for the biggest fish ever, but I feel like there's enough backbone, especially this is a one-piece IM8 blank. It should have that sensitivity. It should have that ability to at least get the fish up and out, where some people might go into a situation throwing their heavy flipping stick. Of course, I can still do that and probably will in most cases. But if I'm trying to be a little bit more sneaky, if I'm trying to be a little bit more finesse-oriented, I'm going to reach for this, because I feel like I probably can get some more bites, and more bites equals more fish, and that's what we're all about, trying to do anyways. So that was the whole mentality behind this. That's why we got this together, and that's going to be the plan moving forward, at least with this setup. So that's really the background. I wanted to go ahead and just give you all an explanation as far as what the rationale behind ordering this combo was. So there we have it, folks. The first unboxing in the new house, in the new garage that I still need to clean up. But so far, the cleanest thing in here is this combo in front of me. Again, we got the Lose Laser Lite 75 spinning reels on the Wally Marshall Speed Shooter 6.5 rod. Looking good, feeling good. Appreciate Lose for shipping the rod in a very conscientious manner. This stuff came from lose.com. I paid full price. There's no endorsements here. So I'm gonna let y'all know what I think as we get a chance to use it more. If you've got either one of these pieces of gears and you want to give me some feedback as far as what your experiences have been thus far, feel free to let me know. But until then, just keep in mind my gift message to myself, which is yeet. We're going to be eating a lot of stuff on this setup. So I appreciate y'all watching as usual, as always. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, you know where to leave them. Until next time, y'all take care, and I'll see you soon. There's 5 of them, but normally there's not a lot of room underneath them because the water's a lot higher, but they're damn near deep enough. We could probably get up underneath there when you take the rods down.
That's crazy, the water's this low. So usually you don't see those pipes?
You see them, but there's like barely any clearance.
Right.
I mean, I've casted up at them. I've got a bite before, but look at this.
Yes. Yes.
Look at this. Come on, lose. Come on, lose. He's pulling drag. It's a 6-pound line, damn it. VMC 1/0 wide gap. Come on, baby. In the net.
Yes.
Woo.
I know that's what I'm using on that rod.
I just got that set up.
Drag.
We dock shooting.
Beautiful fish.
We dock shooting.
Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Look at the colors on that thing.